Hi YouTube, I wanted to really quick show you guys our My First BrainQuest that we use to do preschool at home. So the decks come in this little box like this that opens at the top, and the My First BrainQuest comes with this Drawstring Baggy that the decks fit into so that you can take it in the car, take it to doctor's appointments or whatever, and do it on the go, which is pretty cool. It's pretty convenient. Each BrainQuest comes with 2 different decks, and I'm not sure if this is the way it's supposed to be, but it seems to me that the second deck is a little bit more advanced than the first, which makes sense. These decks are a little bit slimmer than BrainQuest normally is, but because the questions and answers are on the same slide. The deck starts out with a guide for parents how to use it and introduce Max, who is the main character of this level of BrainQuest. And then each chapter starts off with a full page illustration like this, where it's kind of open-ended, identifying things in the room or identifying different objects in the picture and asking what are the people doing or can you find XYZ. Then there will be several cards within that chapter that have to do with that topic. So for example, this topic is getting up, and we see Max is waking up for the day. Max is putting on his slippers. What is this called? It's a clock. Curtains, opening the window, the sun. And then the next chapter is getting dressed, and see this is again a full page illustration. What do you see in Max's closet? Where are his hats? Where are his shoes? Where do you keep your clothes? I know that some people don't really like these BrainQuest decks because some of the pictures can be antiquated or vague. For example, the overalls. I know that my child probably does not really need to know what overalls are called, but that's really not the point of BrainQuest. BrainQuest, at this level anyway, is designed to teach kids new vocabulary. And BrainQuest is meant to start a dialogue, start a conversation with your child where you discuss what you see in the pictures and you talk about how that applies to their real life. And it covers a lot of different things. What is this called? This is a dress. What color is this skirt? So you've actually put in 2 different things in this picture, where maybe I wouldn't even ask that question. I would ask my son, what is this? And after doing these cards a few times, he will tell me that's a skirt, and then I can ask him what color is it, and he will tell me it's yellow eventually, hopefully. These decks seem comprised mainly of different events throughout the child's day. So breakfast, school, we already saw getting up, here's lunch, then at the playground back home. And these are the fronts of the cards, but if you flip the deck over, there are more questions and answers on the back. So in the kitchen, bath time, bedtime, and then I think it starts going into special events. So we have the farmer's market, the circus, and then we start talking about seasons. So winter, that's Christmas. We always skip this card because we don't do Santa in my house, but you'll run into cards like that, cards that you don't like, cards that you don't want to use, and that's fine, skip it. These are not pricey at all. I think each set that I have was somewhere between $7 and $10 on Amazon. I just order them as my son gets older. I usually order them as a birthday present for him. He really enjoyed doing these. We started doing this level when he was 2, maybe 2.5, and my son was nonverbal until he was 2. So this really helped him catch up, and now he is an extremely articulate, clear speaker. So, and I really feel like this helped. I mean, we did a lot of different things to try to improve his speech, but this was one of the things, and I feel like it helped. This is deck 2, and it has the same guide for parents in the beginning in case you started with this. The seasons continue. This deck is the same way, where it's questions and answers on the front, and then you flip it over and there are more questions and answers on the back. I know that a lot of people have a problem with BrainQuest because they feel that you could do the exact same thing just by having a discussion with your child about the pictures that they see in a picture book. And that's true. I don't disagree with that. If you can actually do it and if you can keep your child's interest. My child was not interested in doing that with picture books. He would let me ask him a few questions, but then he was kind of like, Mama, what are you doing? Read me a story, So this became a game for us. This was just what we did. And when we were doing this level of BrainQuest, I would just sit down with him and we would start from the beginning each time and just go until he got tired of it. And as he memorized the vocabulary and he memorized these questions, I would start a little bit further in every time until eventually he had the entire Dex memorized. I haven't started doing this with my almost 2-year-old yet. I asked him a few questions the other day and he just was not really that interested in it, and I don't know if it's going to be that he doesn't like it the way that my first son liked it, or if he's just not ready. I'm not sure. If you're looking for something to help build vocabulary and something that kind of facilitates discussions and a dialogue with your child to help them with their speech, to help them with their vocabulary, I think BrainQuest is absolutely excellent. I hope that if you were kind of on the fence, that this is helpful to you. I know that when I was looking at buying it, I had a hard time finding out, what kind of questions are they going to ask? Like, how does it work? I couldn't find really a preview anywhere, so I hope this is helpful for other people. If it is, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.